You write it down every January 1st. This year, I'm going to get in shape. Or at your performance review, my goal is to be more proactive. Or you whisper to yourself, I'll do my best. And then nothing changes. The gym card gathers dust, the promotion goes to someone else, your best looks a lot like your average. It's not laziness, it's not willpower. It's because you're giving your brain a goal it literally can't use. Vague, realistic goals are motivational junk food. Tasty words, zero fuel. Here's the twist. The secret to unlocking your best performance isn't dialing goals down to realistic. It's aiming at specific goals that feel ambitiously hard, sometimes bordering on that's a stretch, and designing them safely. Today on Brainful Bites, goal-setting theory from Doctors Edwin Locke and Gary Latham. We'll decode why specific, challenging goals reliably boost performance, when they backfire, and how to build a goal system you can trust. Let's get this straight. Decades of research show that vague directives like do your best get crushed by specific, difficult goals. This effect shows up in labs, classrooms, sales floors, and factories. It's one of psychology's most robust findings. A classic story brings it to life. In the late 1960s, Edwin Locke proposed that clear, difficult goals raise performance. Then in 1975, Gary Latham and James Baldez took it to the field at a timber company. Logging truck drivers had been told to do their best, and loads averaged well under the legal weight limit. The researchers set a specific, hard target. Aim for roughly 94% of the legal limit. No new trucks, no bonuses, just a precise number everyone understood. The result? Performance jumped quickly and stayed high. The company avoided what otherwise might have required expensive capital upgrades. What changed wasn't only effort, it was strategy. With a clear target, drivers started coordinating by radio, sequencing pickups better, and standardizing loading routines. A number didn't just push harder, it made them smarter. That's goal-setting theory in action. Specific, challenging goals work through 4 reliable mechanisms. Think DEPS. Direction. A precise target acts like a GPS for attention. Your brain stops scanning the whole horizon and locks on to goal-relevant cues. Effort. Harder goals turn up the energy dial. Easy goals signal coast. Challenging goals signal time to power up. Persistence. Difficult goals keep you in the game longer. When you hit a snag, do your best offers an easy exit. A clear, hard target creates tension you want to resolve. Strategy. When effort alone won't cut it, your brain hunts for better methods. Planning, skill building, and knowledge search kick in. But none of this is magic. 3 conditions determine whether the boost shows up: ability, self-efficacy, and commitment. Ability/self-efficacy. You need baseline skill and a belief that the target is attainable with effort. If it feels truly impossible, your brain checks out. If it feels challenging but doable with growth, motivation ignites. Feedback. Your brain needs a scoreboard. Without timely feedback, you can't adjust strategy or see progress. Commitment. You have to care. Ownership matters more than slogans. There's more. Task complexity changes the game. For complex or novel work, jumping straight to a hard outcome target can backfire. Research by Sates and Latham shows you should start with learning goals, process or strategy targets, until you stabilize a workable approach, then switch to outcome goals. And yes, there's a dark side. Misused goals can cause tunnel vision, risk distortion, and even unethical behavior. The Goals Gone Wild paper by Ordonez, Schweitzer, Galinsky, Bazarman, 2009, documents how overprescribing narrow targets can lead people to ignore important dimensions, fudge numbers, or cut corners. A commonly cited cautionary tale is the Ford Pinto case, where aggressive cost and weight targets were alleged to crowd out safety considerations. Historians debate aspects of that story, but the general warning stands. Single metric obsession can blind you to quality, safety, or ethics. The fix? Design goals with guardrails. So how do you harness the upside while avoiding the blowback? Design, calibrate, and review. Let's turn this into a step-by-step toolkit you can use this week. Pick one domain, work, study, health, and define 1 to 3 outcomes for this week. They should be specific, challenging, and measurable. Ship 2 code reviews per day and complete 1 design RFC by Friday end of day. Complete 3 practice sets in calculus and teach one concept out loud for 10 minutes daily. Do 3 30-minute runs and average 8,000 steps per day. Add a number and a deadline. Your brain loves clear targets.
If you're certain it's a slam dunk, nudge it up. If you feel a 10% chance, scale it down or convert to a learning goal. If your first reaction is, ooh, that's a stretch, but doable if I focus, you're likely in the sweet spot. Daily or weekly, visible, low friction. Think a one-line note, a checkbox grid, or a tiny bar chart. If it takes more than 60 seconds to update, it's too complex. When you're unsure which strategy works, set process targets first. Outcome pressure too early can stifle experimentation. Draft 3 layout alternatives, run 2 user tests, extract 5 insights by Friday. Prototype 2 model families, run a baseline, and document 3 failure modes. Outline 3 structures, write 2 test intros, and collect 3 pieces of feedback. Once you see a repeatable approach, upgrade to an outcome target. Example, lift conversion by 10% in 2 weeks with variant C. Blend them. Use learning goals to performance goals in sequence across a week or sprint. Make it matter to you. Tie the goal to a why. This RFC reduces on-call pain. This run improves my energy for morning classes. Pre-commit. Tell a teammate or friend. Shared dashboards work wonders. Even a simple, I'll post my Friday recap, boosts follow-through. Build self-efficacy. Plan quick wins on day 1 or 2. Nothing fuels effort like early evidence. Resource check. Do you have the tools, time blocks, and skills? If not, add a micro goal to close the gap, like book 1 hour with Priya to learn the deployment steps. Implementation intentions. If-then scripts reduce friction. If it's 8:30 a.m., then I open the code review queue before email. If I feel stuck 10 minutes, then I switch to a learning goal action. Pair every primary goal with at least one quality, safety, or ethics guardrail to prevent tunnel vision. Increase deals closed by 15% and maintain customer satisfaction greater than or equal to 4.5 out of 5. Increase velocity by 20% and keep escaped defects under 2 per release. Add 2 strength sessions per week and keep RPE, perceived exertion, less than or equal to 7 on easy days to avoid overtraining. Use approach framing. Increase X while keeping Y healthy beats avoidance-only language. Time box risk. For experiments, set limits like we'll test the aggressive target for 2 weeks with daily safety checks. Book a recurring 10 to 15-minute review, Friday or Sunday. Ask, are we on track? What does the scoreboard say? Is difficulty calibrated? Too easy, bump target. Too hard, adjust scope or switch to learning goals. What strategy worked? What didn't? What's the next hypothesis? Are guardrails holding? Any signs of tunnel vision or corner cutting? Small course corrections preserve the benefits without nuking momentum. Let's tighten the science lens one more turn. Why specificity? Ambiguity burns cognitive fuel. When you say, be proactive,
Your brain has to keep interpreting moment by moment. Is this proactive? Is that? A precise target removes endless micro-decisions. Less friction, more action. Why challenging? Difficulty hints at importance and triggers stronger mobilization. In studies summarized by Locke and Latham, specific, difficult goals typically produce higher performance than easy or vague goals, provided people have skill, feedback, and commitment. What about creativity? Clear goals don't kill creativity when designed well. In creative or exploratory work, make the goal about variety and insight, like generate 10 divergent concepts and extract 3 surprising user needs. Then later use outcome targets for refinement. What about motivation? Do goals crush intrinsic motivation? They can, if imposed, punitive, or misaligned with values. But self-set, meaningful, well-designed goals often enhance engagement. The key is ownership and alignment. Common traps and quick fixes. Setting too many goals. 1 to 3 primary outcomes per week, tops. Everything else is support. Confusing effort with progress. Use outcome measures where feasible. Otherwise, time box effort with clear learning wins. I'll remember. Externalize. Scoreboards beat memory. Perfection. Use a good, better, best range. Hitting better still counts. A quick recap. Specific, difficult goals outperform do your best. They focus direction, energize effort, extend persistence, and trigger strategy search. Moderators matter. Ability, self-efficacy, timely feedback, and commitment. For complex tasks, start with learning goals and switch to performance goals once strategy stabilizes. Misused goals can cause tunnel vision and ethical drift. Guardrails and review cadences keep the system safe. Your brain doesn't hate ambition. It hates ambiguity. Give it a crisp target and a clean feedback loop, and it will surprise you. Here's your challenge for the next 7 days. 1. Pick one area: work, study, or health. 2. Delete the vague "do my best" goal. 3. Replace it with one specific, challenging goal with a number and a deadline. Calibrate it to the doable if I focus zone. 4. Add one guardrail metric to keep quality or safety in view. 5. Set a 15-minute review on your calendar for end of week. Post your goal in the comments to lock in commitment. Make it public, make it real, and then report back with your Friday scoreboard. If this episode helped you rethink achievement, share it with a friend who's stuck, and tell us which productivity myth you want us to test next. Until next time, keep your brain hungry and your goals specific.